Welcome, welcome everyone to another team call where every month we get together right after the Super Saturday and we digest all the wonderful information, share some additional business training, and talk about everything that's new and exciting in Social X. So I'm going to start the way I usually do with giving a little tour of the team site and the current news page so that we can just take a look at everything going on and where you can access this information after the call, and you can share the recording because the recording will be posted here as well. All right. And I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Lifeasitcouldbe.com. That's our team site because we really like people to think about what life could be like and how you can accomplish whatever you imagine by creating some extra income, having some fun, working with some extraordinary people, traveling the world, using amazing products that could change your health as well as your finances. So we're so excited about everything that is going on in Social X right now. So I'm just gonna, I don't know how that just keeps happening. Lifeasitcouldbe.com. And over here on the right, you'll see Google Translate, by the way. Anybody in any language can drop it down to their language and be able to translate the site. So that is something that's fairly new. And of course, if you're searching for something on the site, you can't find something, you just put a search word there. But under the recent posts, every month we do a post for the month. And so we're just going to go to our March news and we're going to talk about everything going on right now. And so we're so excited. And we also have newsletters that Social X sends out every Tuesday, and sometimes they send extra ones. So whatever the newsletters are in March, we make sure that we put them on the site. So if you're missing something, can't find it, or if you're a brand new member of the team, obviously you haven't gotten last week's email, so you can just kind of catch up there. We have so much going on. I'm going to call it March Madness because we have so many amazing calls and events that are taking place, starting with, of course, tonight's team call. And this will be replaced with the recording after the call is over. And then, of course, our Tuesday night biz ops, we're focusing on New Calm in March. And so these are being held by Stuart Finger. He's talking a little bit about the product, the money, and this global opportunity. And then we have a very special event. Don't know what happened to my image here. With Mark Victor Hansen. It's tomorrow night. Now, this is going to be such a huge event. There's announcements, there's things that are happening that you're going to hear about tomorrow night. So make sure that you all tune in and plug in. Thursday night product training calls, and this week it has Mark Victor Hansen and David D'Arcangelo. They're going to be talking about New Calm and the opportunity and how Mark is using New Calm as well. So all the details, of course, for the corporate events are at socialxwebinar.com, and you just click right there to join. We have a special event taking place in Las Vegas in June, and I'm not going to talk a lot about it because we're going to hear from Rick Bergen, who's going to tell us a little bit more about that event. But it is taking place June 12th through 14th, so save the date, put it in your calendar now. We're going to have live event tickets as well as virtual event tickets for people who cannot attend in person. And the lineup of speakers is incredible. Many will be there live in person, and many will be zooming in to join us at this incredible event. The New Calm Vault. Now, I just really want to bring this to your attention because the Vault is where we are going to get all this information about New Calm. There's just, it's a blog and all these wonderful articles about are the benefits cumulative, the evolution, chicken soup for the soul? That's the interview. It's there. The neuroscience, frequently asked questions, video playlists, and there's on and on and on. How to use each one of the programs, and there's just wonderful stuff here. And so you just want to take the time and deep dive. And I also want to say that for me personally, I set aside X amount of time for personal growth and development every single day. I don't want to spend an entire day reading all of this. What I want to do is every day read at least one article and then think about people like the military veteran. Who do you know that's a veteran? And as you read this, you could share this article with that person. Who do you know that might be struggling with a serious health issue that maybe we could give them some additional help? Who do we know? It's a pilot. And as we read these articles, we'll be thinking about people that we know, and we can share that article with them and let that begin the journey for you sharing the New Calm opportunity with Social X and follow up with your passion, our amazing products. So all the details on New Calm on our team site. We've got wonderful videos. What is New Calm? The welcome message from Jim. All of that is there. So that's the second thing I would share. I might share the article first, and then I might follow up with this team site. And then lastly, I'm going to follow up with a link to sign up and get Newcom on my personal site. And I'm going to do that probably all on the same day. I did put a lot of call recordings. A lot of people have asked about this call, that call. Where do we find them? And there's wonderful places. SocialX and the Power Players team both have YouTube channels, Vimeo channels. I'm putting all the recent ones, at the beginning, and then all the new calm ones that are ones that you want to share. And then all the SocialX product training as every single week when we do the product training calls. So all of this is here at your fingertips. But with that, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And I don't know, Pat, maybe I'll turn it over to you first before we turn it over to Rick.
I'm just trying to see if Rick is here. Rick, I
All right.
hope you
Well, while
are.
we're waiting for Rick, actually, I've got Sandy Cohen is joining us from Philly, and I know she's up to her ears with family and stuff that she has going on. But Sandy, I had just asked you to pop on and share a little bit because I have seen some very impressive network marketing names that you have been sharing Newcom with as I've been seeing them plugging into the events and as I've been watching your team just grow and explode. And I just wanted you to take just a couple of minutes and share what you're doing with SocialX.
Well, whether you're what I would refer to as a virgin in the profession of network marketing, or you're like Pat and Collie, been around forever, um, we've been full time for 33 years. That's when I met Collie forever ago. And it's so rare to find a project, first of all, with owners you can trust. And that is huge. Um, and you feel safe. And we know this is going to be very sustainable, but to be able to have a product with over 30 years of research, 2 patents, and aside from that, think about the ability at a reasonable price to share it with people in over 100 countries. So it doesn't matter where they live, everybody's got access to the Wi-Fi. Everybody's got a cell phone. Think about the lives we are going to change with the power of helping our brain. I mean, I'm older than anybody on this call. I can guarantee that. And I can actually remember milk being delivered by a milkman. Okay. Now I was about 4 years old, but I remember giving an apple to the horse in the horse and wagon. Think about where we are today with technology and tools. And of course, Social X is
Nothing
extreme
bother me.
with tools. So you're compelled to want people to be healthy. And I think it was Albert Einstein who quoted, frequency is the future of medicine. Think about the brain. And I know we took care of my mother with Alzheimer's. My sister, 2 years younger, is in a nursing home for 3 years with Alzheimer's. I wonder if they would have had access to this app. Could that have delayed the long goodbye? So if you have people that you care about, you're compelled to share this Newcom app with people. And I'm blown away when I heard Jim Poole and David D'Arcangelo say they've done surgeries without anesthesia. I get a hangnail and I'm in pain. I can't even imagine that. So we've got something very, very different, safe, and we can share it with people all over the world, and everyone can afford $50 a month. And of course, when they get it through SocialX, it's a whole lot less than that. And they earn income as a result of sharing. So thanks for letting me share in the midst of us packing like crazy here in Philadelphia and helping our son.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sandy. And I'm so excited about the future for all of us with all the new people that we can help and reach out to now because of this additional wonderful border-friendly product. I'm so excited. So thank you for sharing. And Pat, we'll just turn over to you and we'll let Rick kind of close when he jumps on. I just sent him a text. Could have got the time zone off, but we'll have him close after. But over to you.
Well, thank you, Collie. I appreciate it. And thanks for all the work you do on creating our site. That is just absolutely one of the best sites out there for all the information that we need. So my takeaway this week, all right, was when I heard somebody talk about when they prospect somebody, Okay. And they get them they're signed up. And the first thing that they do is get them to do the stress test. Right away, do the stress test and take a picture of it. Then take 20 minutes and do the rescue. And then go do your stress test again and see the difference. When you see the results, you're going to want to share it. You're going, because you've got the proof there. And I always believe that you should always have, whether you're losing weight or you're doing this or that, having before and after pictures, don't they work? This is our before and after picture of what's doing in the brain. Okay. So I recommend, if you haven't done it, go ahead and do it right now. And even if you've been on it for a couple of months, your scores still increase. I noticed mine will go, like, I was really quite lucky. My stress has improved so much. I'm at 92 now, which is unbelievable for me. But when I do the stress test, they might go up to 93 or 94. Like that is unbelievable. So I'm going to introduce one of my co-workers here, and we thought we'd do some training, because isn't what we're doing right now, we need to get the word out there. Okay. And there's a few people here that are new to network marketing. And we thought, even for us old timers, it's always good to have a refresher, of what we should be doing on a daily basis to build our business, on a weekly basis, whatever it is. So I'm going to get Reed Nelson to come on first. And Reed and I have been together for a few years now, and he has to be one of the most consistent people I have ever worked with in network marketing. He blows my socks off on what he does on a daily basis. And I think I work pretty hard, but I can never keep up to him. And so he's just going to give us some pointers. And we're going to hope you have your pen and paper. Okay. And Reed, thank you so much. With your 50 years of experience, I think we can all learn something from you.
Well, I want to thank you, by the way. And it's been 10 years and 3 months since we met each other. And that's insane how time just boom, it's crazy. But hi, everybody. Great to be with you tonight. And I'm going to be very brief, but I'm going to make a really strong point. How many of you, I wish Jim was here already, but how many of you brush your teeth every day? Raise your hands. For those I can see you. Now, that's kind of a habit, a good one, right? That's a good habit to get you. How many of you do one of these every day? Mm-hmm. Consistently. Mm-hmm. To stay well, to stay healthy, to keep moving forward, and all the things with your health, you got to be consistent. It's not you brush your teeth once a year. What do you think they look like? Whenever I see Jim and he opens his mouth, it's like they could turn the lights off. He's been brushing his teeth with this stuff for so long, he just turned into a beacon of, of white teeth, right? It's amazing. That's good. Very healthy. It's awesome. Same thing with Moringa. We've been on Moringa for 10 years in different forms. This is the best form the world I've ever seen, and it's just absolutely awesome. But if we don't do it but once a month, is it going to keep us healthy? Probably not, And so, how about your business? You talk to somebody once a year, you're going to be building a big business? Probably not so much, right? Once a month? Nope. How about every day? How about every single day? Now, people on my team know, and I know Pat knows this, that I have a minimum requirement of myself every single day of reaching out to 10 new people every single day. And that doesn't mean I have 10 conversations with somebody these days. I usually send out a voice text, which I really like to do, by the way, and a video for somebody to watch. Right now, it's a Newcom Blitz, so we're sending out a lot of information on Newcom and all that. But a minimum of 10 a day, an absolute minimum of 10 a day. And so some days I miss, I try to do more the next day. But it always comes up with an average of 10 a day. Because, life does happen, right, still, to people. But most of the time, it doesn't. Most of the time, it's just us being lazy or afraid. Fear is a big deal for people. And once you get into the mode of it, it's no big deal at all. You can do 10 reach outs to people with text messages and videos in 20 minutes. It's not that big of a deal, unless we don't do it, right? Then it's in our head. and it gets into our head. And then fear comes and all these other crazy things that we shouldn't allow to have happen. So I've just got this habit of being very, very consistent. And I've done it for many, many years. Now, since Newcom came on board, something really mysterious has happened. A week ago Monday, not this Monday, but a week ago Monday, 10 days ago or so, I decided I'm going to get out the earphones. I'm going to put them on. I'm going to put on my app. And I'm going to turn on focus. I'll turn on focus for the 60-minute deal. And just for kicks, I'm going to see how many I can do in an hour. And by the way, I don't turn it off totally because I'm interruptible, at points and stuff. The phone rings, I'm going to answer it, all those kind of things. But in 1 hour, including interruptions, I did 40. 4 times my normal. 4 times. Okay. The next day, Tuesday, I did the same thing. I did 40 and I just stopped. Because if we do that many every day, I'm not going to be able to follow up properly. So I'm going to go easy on myself. And so that's okay. Then on Wednesdays, I'm going to try something really different. I'm going to see how I can do this. If I put it on Do Not Disturb, just how many I can do in an hour. I did 56 in an hour. And I didn't feel like a magician or anything. I just felt focused. I wasn't interrupted by anything or anybody. I just did it and then went, wow, that was really cool, And so ever since then, I've done 20 a day. It's kind of cool it a little bit, but I still got to follow up with all these people. So, but listen, consistency. If you're going to do 5 a day, do 5 a day. If you're going to do 3 a day, do 3 a day. If you do 10 a day, do 10 a day. I recommend more the better because there's not anybody here that can't do at least 10 because it doesn't take very long. It doesn't take very long. Get into that habit. Put on, if you don't have Newcom yet, you're just missing the boat. Put the headphones on, put it on focus, and go to work. It will blow your mind. It will blow your mind how focused you can be and how fun it is and how relaxing it is because you just go through it and it's like no big deal. But this consistency thing is the secret to all network marketing success. Doing something over and over and over again every single day. I'm not going to say 7 days a week. That's totally unrealistic. I never work on Sundays. Usually we'll work a little bit on Saturdays, but at least 5.5 days a week. What would happen, you guys, if you contacted 10 people a day for 24 solid months? In this business right now, knowing what we know with our Newcom product, with these missed products, which are second to none in anything in this industry, we're about to explode into momentum. I really don't want anybody to miss that. We've seen this before. It's big. It's a really big deal. And so I've said it many, many times. I've only seen this one other time in my whole network marketing career. I've seen this one time, and it was really, really good. This has the potential to be bigger than that ever dreamed to be. And so that was really big. So I'm just telling you, be consistent. Make a commitment. And by the way, it all starts with a decision, right? I'm going to make a decision to be consistent and then go do it. Live up to your own commitment. Okay? This is a very big deal, and it's very important to get it done because I know you can do it. Anybody can do it. If I can do it, you can do it, right? It's just a matter of doing and making the decision to do it every single day. So, Pat, back to you.
Awesome. And you are very consistent. And so, talking about that is like when you're first starting, you all have full-time jobs probably. All right. So I'm a big 15-minute increment. You got 15 minutes driving to work. You have 15 minutes coffee break, 15 minutes at lunchtime at least. So when somebody says they don't have time, really break down your day. I bet you have at least 3 or 4 15-minute increments that you can be sending messages out to. And how does it take you a full 15 minutes, Reed, to send out one message?
Oh, easily. Absolutely.
Yeah. You could probably send out 5 or 6 messages in 15 minutes easily.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't take that long. So map out your day. I'm going to do it at such and such a time. And I believe in writing things down. Okay. When it's wrote down and you have these notes about you, the chances are you're going to do it. Whereas if you just think about it, well, that can easily go, I always say it goes one ear to the other, right all the way through. Okay. When I just talk about it that way. But if you see that paper, okay, I've got to do 3 today. I've got to do 5 today. You're going to end up doing it. So Reed, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
So we've sent out our messages. Okay. To me, the next part is what 90% of networkers fail at. I believe it's that high. And I can be bad at it too. And it's called the follow up. All right. How many of you have a problem? You get all gung ho and send out these messages, and then a week goes by and you haven't contacted these people again. So I've asked Fred Holmes, he's been one of my partners for, since 2008. And one of the things that we always talked about was the follow-up is the money. And so Fred, I'm going to pass it over to you now.
Thank you, Pat. Folks, good to see you. It's always one of my favorite times when I get a chance to speak to the team and share a few things that I've learned over the years. Pat asked me to speak about the follow-up, and I kind of want to do, a little preface first. I've always focused on kind of a systemized way, or if you will, the system for prospecting. Okay. And this is kind of generic. You got to put your own, flavor, your own self, your own voice into it. But I like a 3-step process, the invitation. Okay. That's what you do. That's what Reed's talking about. Sending out some, a request to talk to somebody, right? And that invitation, to kind of dial maybe that just a little bit tighter. I like that invitation to get him, hey, Mary, I was thinking about you. I wanted to share something with you, and I want to frame that up in something that's meaningful for them. So if I'm prospecting somebody who I'd like to bring into the business as a builder, I want to be talking about something meaningful to them. You were, Mary, you were talking about you and Jim wanted to have another baby, but you don't know how you're going to have the finances to cover the new baby, or you're saving for a down payment, or you want to retire your wife or your husband. What's meaningful to them? Because you know what people care about when you call them up to sell them on your new product or your new opportunity? What they care about is what it's in it for them. And so think about that. Why are you calling somebody? And, because I want to sell them Newcom. Well, yeah, I get that, but why would they want to buy it? Right? So frame it up in something, your invitation, and something that's, what's going to be in it for them. Now, second step of recruiting is the presentation. Okay. And everybody thinks that's what we're supposed to do as distributors, tell them all about the products and all the, 47 hertz and what have you, right? No. That's what the tools are for. That's when you send them, would you like to get some information? And then you send them some information. And that could be, an article. It could be a video. It could be whatever. It could be an invite to the Tuesday night business presentation or tomorrow night's, product training or what have you. When I send out that information, I like to do a couple of things. I like to set up in advance my follow-up. Okay, so it might be something as simple as, I know Mary's struggled forever with sleeping. I'm having great results with the Newcom, Deepest Sleep Plus. I'd like to share that with you. Send her out a video or two on it. And I'm gonna send this out to you, Mary. And when are you gonna have like 5 or 10 minutes to look at this? See, I'm tying down their, I don't want them to get the link and look at it, in June. I want them to look at it now. When are you going to have 5 or 10 minutes? Oh, I can look at that, after work or what have you. Great. I'll give you a shot after work. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Will that work for you? Not interfere with your dinner? I'm tying down my follow-up because I want them to know that Fred's calling in 10 minutes. I better watch his 10-minute video, right? I like to tie down the appointment. If you're prospecting somebody for the business, okay, in particular, somebody that needs to hear that you can make some really serious money, let's say maybe you're not at that level yet. You might want to throw in, I'll call you back after dinner, and I want you to meet one of the people I'm working with. I got this lady I'm working with, Pat Anderson. She's made a fortune. Leverage your upline leaders to talk about the money. Okay, so that's kind of the setup. Now, the third step of the little system that I was taught 40 years ago, invitation, presentation. Third step is validation. Somebody besides you validating how great the opportunity is, validating how great the product is. More critical when you're talking about the business. With the product, not quite as critical, but number one, do it. That's what Reed was talking about, or Pat was just saying. You have to do the follow-up. No, but honestly, I can't remember anybody ever getting a video from me and calling me up and saying, Fred, can I buy that now? I've never really had that experience. I'm sure some people have, but it's never happened to me. I got to call them up. Now, when I do that follow-up, I like starting out with something like, what did you see that you liked the most? What was the most interesting part of that video to you? Okay, those two little phrases are great. Listen to what I just said. What did you like the most? What did you see was the most interesting? Well, I'm verifying that they watched it or read the information, and I'm wanting them to focus on what's interesting to them. Because if I start talking about, something that really doesn't interest them, I'm not speaking to their listening. If I hear them say something like, well, I've heard of glutathione, that's supposed to be a really good thing for your body. I'm going to talk about glutathione. It sounds like this app has so many different kinds of things. I'm really interested in that focus for my ADHD son. And so you could say, oh, that thing is incredible. And if you don't personally have a story, say, I've got a friend named Fred Holmes, and that guy, I mean, he's got the attention span of a ferret on amphetamines, and this has really helped him. Okay. Testimonials, write this in your notes. Your opening line. What did you see that you liked the most? What was the most interesting to you? Get them focused, because what you're doing is you're trying to make a sale, folks, but we're not salespeople. So we don't have all those great little closing things. So these are just conversational things that anybody can do. Ask them what was most interesting to them. Speak to what they're talking about. Share more testimonials. This is the third party validation part. When you hear them talking about, glutathione or mangosteen or whatever, or maybe it's they got interested in our extreme shakes and the shape and burn. Whatever it is, have a story to tell. If you didn't lose weight, because that's not your thing, well, then you can't share your own story. Share somebody else's story. Share Stu's story. The owner of the company's lost 50 pounds using our extreme shakes and shape and burn. Talk about the benefits. Again, use me, right? One of my very best friends, not only is he a really nice guy, his name's Fred Holmes. This guy's been a lifelong insomniac. And just the last few weeks, he's been using Newcom. He's sleeping 7.5, 8 hours a night. He's never done that before. This has changed his life. Share your story and the stories of others. That's third-party validation. Here's the last one. It really asks for the order. It could be something as simple as, well, it really seems like this is something that would be really beneficial for you. Would you like to try it for a month, Newcom? Would you like to try it for a month risk-free? How do you mean? You can order Newcom. It's like, a buck and change a day. Use it for 30 days. If you don't like it, you get all your money back. No questions asked. If it's not our services or our products, you can use the DDP system for 2 months and use it all up. And if you don't like it, you can get all your money back. No questions asked. Would you like to get started now? When would you like to start feeling better? Now, these are different things that I might say, okay? And honestly, I'm trying to dress up the presentation because I'm really not that slick. I'd say, so You know, you're fat, you need this stuff. When do you want to start losing weight? Okay. Are you stupid or are you ready to get started? Now, you also have to understand that a lot of my friends know who I am. If I start talking real nice and formal, like I'm doing for you guys, they're going to go, who are you? What'd you do with Fred? Right? Well, that's probably, they say other things too. Anyway, point being here is you have to ask for the order. Don't be afraid to ask for the order. Would you like to try it for 30 days risk-free? What's the answer? No, I don't want to. With everything that you told me about how good this sounds, why wouldn't you want to try it? Ask questions. You know, folks, there's no magic to this. Here's the last thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to stop. You're not going to be, if you're novice, okay, what does Sandy say if you're a virgin network marketer? I don't know, Sandy, that's a little out there for even me. But anyway, I know Sandy, she knows me, it's okay. You have to understand, if this is really new to you, you've never been in this kind of business or been in a type of, you know, occupation where you're engaging with people and that sort of thing, let me tell you, write this in your notes, okay? You're going to be really bad when you start, okay? Write in your notes, I'm going to be really bad. But you got to get bad before you can become good. And if you do like Reed said, just keep doing it, you'll eventually get good. And I got better news for you. You're going to have to get to good before you can get to excellent. And if you just keep doing it, you'll get to excellent. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to say I'm the best recruiter in the world, but I'm going to tell you I'm really, really good because I started at 0 and I didn't quit until I could get to that point in time. Okay. Pat Anderson, she started a lot higher than me, but let me tell you what, she's way better today than she was 15, 16, 18 years ago when we started working together. It's inevitable that you're going to get better. What do you got to do to have the level of success that you may dream about in our business? Just keep doing it. Don't quit. Don't quit on yourself. Okay, I'm done.
Awesome, bud. That was the best part. Don't quit. Okay? How many people, when somebody says no, they go, I can't do this. They hear the very first no. I just can't do this. I go, what? I said, you got one no. What I was taught, okay, and I don't have the experience like Reed and Collie and Fred have, but I was told that you want 20 or 30 no's because you're practicing on those people. And then when you get your yes, that yes is going to be a really good one. So when somebody says no to me, I go, great. You're one of my 30. Goodbye. And off I go. You know, I don't care if you say no to me. I just smile and go next. All right. So don't take it to heart. They're not saying no to you. They're saying no to right now. And the other thing that I do, Fred, and you probably are the one that taught me, is I have a list of all my no's. And until they die, or until they say, Pat, just do not call me back. They're going to stay in that, and I'm going to follow up in a month, but I always ask permission. May I continue to send you information? Because, you know, things change in your life. Maybe things will change in our company, and it might be the right time for you later on. So I always get permission to do that. And I've actually, in all the years that I've been doing this, I've never had anybody say, no, you can never call me back. You know, they just aren't going to do it. But then I don't puke all over them either. Okay. I'm not giving them too much information. I just give a little bit. All right. So thanks, Fred. I appreciate that. Okay. Guess what? We're having a meeting in Vegas, thanks to Rick with Pure Vibrance and his team. And guess what? We're invited. All right. Our team is invited to join. This is not a corporate meeting. It is one that he puts on for his team every year, but you know, he said, you guys can be part of it. because we're all underneath life as it could be under power players. And so, Rick, I'm going to get you to unmute yourself. And, I don't know if you want to pull up, or Collie might pull up on Life as It Could Be, but you probably have it right there too. Talk about what you're going to be doing. And guys, I can't believe the price of this. It just blew me away, for this weekend event. So the call is yours, Rick, if you've got unmuted.
Okay.
Ah,
I'm
you are.
muted and I'm excited. Okay. So, there's something about live events. And, I've been in the industry myself. Actually, Fred and I go back a long way. He may not remember me, but I was a national marketing director at NSA also. And, there's just something about them. You get the opportunity to mix and mingle with so many amazing people, right? Because we attract like, and there's an electricity about it. There's a huge amount of learning, a lot of which goes on when you're not in the training part, right? Where you're meeting people and they're talking their story. Like, how did they get here? What have they been up to? How are they doing it? All those things make such a significant difference. And so I just love live events, and I've been doing them since 1988. So, and I thought, okay, we've got this special arrangement with Social X. And I don't know if you know, but we brought on some personal care products that I've been selling and in development for 18 years. And so, and when I got together with Stu via Collie, I thought, we've got some great a match here that I think we can really empower thousands and thousands of people with some amazing products. Now, granted, we made a deal about 4 or 5, maybe 6 weeks before Newcom showed up. And let me tell you, if I didn't get jacked up when Newcom showed up, I was like, are you kidding me? This truly is an unfair advantage. And now, having used it and use it literally daily, I have it on in the background right now as we speak. So it's this combination, and I thought, okay, we've got to. I love Collie and Pat. They've been just an incredibly awesome upline. Because I brought in my team, my organization, and they've been learning a lot. We've got all kinds of accolades that I've heard back about them. And I thought, all right, we need to get together. We need to get together and have people have the opportunity to just meet so many other amazing people. And amazing people who've been in all different companies with all the products that are being sold. Between the mangosteen and the glutathione and all the different, and the Newcom, it's going to be an amazing event. And first of all, I think we've made it incredibly affordable, especially for the amount of information. And we're gonna be going into everything from the kind of an overview of the products. We're going to have a new product introduction, a new personal care product introduction that I think you're going to love. We've got a couple of packages we're going to, that are being created, special packages, and we're going to feed you some of the most amazing.
Yes,
We always,
as
one of the things I love to have at an event is some good food. And this location that I've been doing this at for 15 years is an off the strip place that's a casino that's really nice, and they have the most amazing buffet. I'm telling you, it's like you just keep wanting to go back. So we're gonna have some great food. We're gonna have some great people. We're gonna have some incredible training throughout the weekend, and basically Friday night we're gonna do a little meet and greet, right? So you'll get to meet some of the amazing leaders. Some of the I understand we have some of the corporate people here also, even though it's not a per se a corporate event. And uh, it's just going to be an opportunity to learn about how big this opportunity is. Really, an opportunity to get the amount of people we can serve and help, whether it's their health or their wealth. We've got them both. And that's what we're going to deliver. And you're going to come out of the weekend going, oh my God, I would have paid 3 times this. Oh, and by the way, if you're one of the first 50 to get a ticket, you're going to get about $300 worth of gifts. Now, I don't know if you've gone to any other conferences where they're giving you gifts worth more than the cost of the ticket. But you got to be the first 50. Oh, wait, you don't have to be the first 50 because you can get, if you're after the 50, then you're going to get 200. Oh, wait, that's still more, isn't it? Huh. So, just a thought. I mean, I know what all my intelligent friends are doing. Buying a ticket now. Because more gifts are better, in my opinion. So you can go to Life as We Know It.
Life as it
Life
could
as
be.
Life as it could be. I don't know why I keep saying that.
We might have to
We
change
don't
the
want
name.
life as we know it. We want life as it could be.
Uh,
All right, so I just wanted to real quickly, right here on Life as It Could Be. First of all, I wanted you to know that I did already fix the March news and put in our little image here of our event tomorrow night that is so big. And so I want to again say tomorrow night, David D'Arcangelo and Mark Victor Hansen live. You don't want to miss it. Tune in, socialxwebinar.com, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. But going back to Life as It Could Be, I have the Vegas event on the main page now, Las Vegas event. And when we go here, here's all the details. So Rick just mentioned it. I just want you to see who's going to be there, where it's going to be. Click here to book online or call. Reservation ID, you need to give them to get special room rates at the Sunset Coast Hotel and Casino. And if you want to stay somewhere else, there's other hotels in the area right there. That's right in the area of the hotel itself. The agenda, Rick covered that really great. Friday evening, the meet and greet. Saturday and Sunday are all day 9 to 5. Saturday morning, we're going to actually be broadcasting live from Las Vegas, the Super Saturday, because that happens to be the second Saturday of the month, which is our Social X Super Saturday. So that's going to be, if you're there in the audience, you're going to be part of the Super Saturday for June because it'll be broadcast live. But 9 to 5, Saturday and Sunday. So Friday night. Saturday and Sunday lunch is included, this fabulous buffet, like Rick said. And all of this is $129. And you get $300 in product if you are one of the first 50, $200 if you're not. And you can also get a digital event for just 99 bucks. So if you can't come, but you want to be part of it, you're going to purchase your virtual ticket and then you will be emailed out a link to join the virtual event online. So everyone can attend all over the world, no matter where you are. And if you can't fly, you can't take the time off, you don't have the budget for that, we can certainly afford a $99 event ticket to attend the virtual. So all of the events are there right on the Las Vegas event. This page will continue to be updated as we have more and more a blow-by-blow breakdown of the full agenda, but 9 to 5, Saturday and Sunday, plus the Friday night meet and greet, lunch included on Saturday and Sunday for $129, and you get $300 of the product on the market set. Go get your tickets.
Okay, unmute yourself again, Rick.
Yeah, so the good news is that one of the good news is that June is when the season changes here. It's low season because no one wants to come to 120 degrees. I don't know why, but the good news is it's not 120 yet. So, but the prices all go down. So we've got a a bunch of rooms, a room block, but in some cases you may find a room for less, which is why Collie put up that hotel guide that's in the general area. So you might find something for a little less if you've got a vehicle, and you're driving in from California or Utah or somewhere close, or you rented a car because you want to hang out in Vegas a little longer. We'll be here, and so just keep that in mind when you're booking your hotel.
Gonna be fun.
I think that's pretty much it.
Well, I know you're gonna have a lot of people coming to that meeting. It's gonna be just great. And I know we'll have all of our top trainers in our team, hopefully will be there training. I know there's gonna be some that people like Jim Poole will probably come in via a Zoom and do some training. So it'll be packed, but I know David DiArcangelo already told me that he will be coming. And so I'm excited about that part too. So
Oh, and
everybody get your tickets.
I have a
yeah,
question.
I just got an update that there's only like 35 tickets left of the 50, just so you know. So
Jim, was that, Rick, was that updated with my purchase? Because I just bought a ticket.
Yeah, good.
okay.
I want to be
Excellent,
the
Fred.
first one.
Excellent.
$300 in product, guys.
Yes.
And two great buffets. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome event. And who knows, we may have some other special guests that show up and pop in, and
Yep.
and I've got some technology people that are going to talk a little bit about technology and technology in the personal care products. And I know we're going to get some details on the existing DDP system, and of course, Newcom, baby.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you, Rick.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate you putting this on. Okay,
Absolutely.
guys. I'm going to pass
All right.
it back to Collie to close out this call. And I thank you for being here. Collie?
Awesome, Pat. Thank you so much. And first of all, I have to say to Reed, your 10 a day, that was the secret. So when I first started in network marketing, first of all, I didn't really want to be in network marketing, but once I understood it and understand how to leverage yourself and build a team of people, use products, which I was recommending anyway. But now I'm saying, hey, you should share yourself too, because now you can get your products for free. And then eventually understood that the leveraging is unlimited. So now that the thing was that consistency that he was talking about is, some days I would talk to somebody, I'd go out and I'd meet a good prospect, and I'd be high on that prospect for a week. I'd be telling everyone about that prospect. I'd tell my upline about the prospect. I met this person, this prospect was and I was so focused that I forgot, folks, it's a numbers game, and you don't know who will or who won't. And so that consistency, I went to a seminar and I met a man who taught something called the 10 bean method. And he just said back then, he said, go get a giant bag of pinto beans from the Costco, and every day put 10 in your pocket. And as you go out, and of course, back then we didn't have online, virtual Zoom, nothing. We had to go meet people and actually have conversations. It was long distance was 36 cents a minute. So I didn't really pick up the phone and call people a lot back then. I went out and met people at the bank, at the grocery store, at the park, single moms with their kids as I was there with my kids talking about things, but I didn't finish my day. If it was midnight and I hadn't got rid of all my beans, I'd go to Denny's because they were open 24 hours. And I would go talk to the hostess, the chef, the cook, the server, whoever, like other people in the restaurant. If I really hadn't talked to anybody that day, attention, everyone, I've got beans to hand out. They can make you rich, they're magic beans. I mean, whatever it took. I just want you to know that consistency really was the magic. And within 6 months of me applying that consistently, after 5 years being part-time in the industry, I got my first check for 5 figures a month in this industry. And so I've applied that ever since. So whatever your number is, like Reed said, maybe you don't think you can do 10. I think we could do a lot more in today's world because it's so easy to contact people and get information out there. But the follow-up, Fred, thank you. Because with all those contacts mean nothing if you're not following up, if you're not inviting them to take a look at the information, if you're not asking for the sale, if you're not connecting them with a team of people that can paint a bigger vision than what you can. So thank you, Fred. Thank you, Reed. Thank you, Sandy. I think it's been 5 years of working together, and I've never been more excited about where we are at this point in our careers together because we just launched a product that we can market in over 100 countries. That's affordable. It's under $45, qualifies you in the comp plan. It's unreal. And to get to the top of this thing, I only have to build 2 teams that produce volume. Maybe I sponsor 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 100 people, but I just have to have 2 people somewhere on the team. I don't even have to personally sponsor them. Just 2 people that see the vision somewhere on the team. Rick, I know you get it. Pat gets it. Fred, there's a lot more than 2 people, but that's all we need is 2 different teams that have somebody who sees it and is willing to go the distance. So I am so grateful for where we are together right now on our journey. And I am so grateful for this opportunity that we have together. I hope to see many, many, many of you in Vegas. I'm definitely coming early. I'm definitely staying late. We're definitely going to have some fun together. Please, if you're on the team, which you are, reach out to your upline and let them know. Everyone in your upline, your sponsor, all the way up, whoever that you're connected with, and let them know, I just bought a ticket. As soon as you buy your ticket, please let us know. And we're excited to see you. And if you can't attend, that's okay too, because virtual tickets, just make sure that you block out that time, put it on your calendar, because it's go time, folks. Thank you all for joining us here, and we'll see you next month on the next call. Bye, everyone.
See you
Thank you,
tomorrow.
Carly, Pat, thank you, Rick, thank you.
Bye-bye. Way to go, Holly. Good one.
You have people on there that could talk.